Hello, my fantastic fourth grader students. This week we are finishing up what we started last week. If you remember, last week we started our projects and we were inspired by the cold weather outside. So we were doing portraits or self-portrait of drinking hot cocoa or a hot tea, a hot beverage. So last week we did not finish this. We only got as far as a line drawing. That's because you had a lot of choices to make. You had a choice on how you wanted your gloves, your coat, your scarf, buttons or zipper, your mug, if you wanted hair, and your face. So there are a lot of choices. There are a lot of things that you could make this your own. So this week we are going to add color. The reason I didn't want you to jump too far ahead for this project is because I have a trick to show you with skin colors. I have a little recipe page to use with crayons or colored pencils to get different shades of skin color rather than what you find in a crayon or marker box. I am super excited to see what you did in your creativity and your choices. So let's get right into the project. This is where we left off last week. We had our line drawing and we used a Sharpie or black marker or crayon to go over our pencil lines. So this is my little skin tone recipe chart, and you can pause it to see what one you want. You can hold up your hand to your screen to see which one fits you better. But I think I only used 3. I used 4 different crayons, and the top ones are using light pressure, and the bottom ones are pressing hard with the crayons. So you can get a really big range of colors if you press light, or press medium, or press hard. And you can also layer multiple colors of crayons to get a nice mixture. So for my skin tone, I decided I wanted to use that darker one, and that was black and brown, mostly brown but with a light layer of black. So I went over the whole face with the brown crayon, and of course you go over the nose, and then I went back over with the black, and I did it very lightly with the black. I'm not pressing hard at all. So now for the lips. The lips is kind of fun because our lips are mostly skin color but with a bit of pink or even purple in them. And I did add shadows under the chin and nose. So after the face, I'm going in with the rest of the piece, and I started with my hot cocoa. You can use whatever supplies you have and that you want to use. I'm using watercolors, crayons, markers, and Sharpie. Use what you have and what you want to use. This is really sped up because you know the drill. You know how to color and shade and decorate your pieces. Here are those inspiration pieces that I shared last week. You can pause this and look at patterns, colors that you may like. So in my piece I did a yellow scarf with an orange tips, and I went in, this is one of my favorite tricks to do. You use a crayon first and then you go back on top with watercolor, and that is called a resist, and it shows the crayon underneath the watercolors. So another trick you can do is once your watercolor is dry, you can go back over with crayon like I'm doing with this glove to add a pattern. Woohoo! Way to go! I bet your project looks awesome and I really want to see it. So make sure you take a photo of it and post it into Google Classroom. Also, don't forget this is the last week you can turn in late work. So if you are missing work from earlier, you are running out of time. This is your last week for it to count for second quarter. Don't forget. Bye!